Hello everyone! On today's episode of Tom the Movie, I adventure out into the wastelands of Britain to trade a French Pokémon from a Polish man to find a shiny in a medieval English city. Let me explain. Unless it wasn't obvious, I don't have many friends. But one of those friends is this bloke. He's called Camille. Some people may also know him as Cephlar. I've known Camille for nearly 10 years now, and while we butt heads on some topics...
Shut up, Tom!
We do, however, share a love for Pokémon. Camille is one of my few mates who enjoys Pokémon as much as I do, so I felt it fitting to include him in some way in this badge quest. Camille's favourite Pokémon is Aegislash, for whatever reason. I thought it would be nice to get a shiny of one for this badge quest. I proposed a quest to Camille, have him trade his favourite Aegislash to me from X and Y, then I used that Aegislash to breed a shiny Honedge using the Masuda method, which would give us 1 in 683 odds. Yes, I got it right this time, I'm pretty sure. So on the 1st of September, I ventured to the magical city of Bradford to exchange the sentient shank with the funny Polish man. Right, so why is Honedge, oh no, Aegislash is your favourite, isn't it? Why is it your favourite? What's the specific reasonings?
Mainly because it's cool and I like medieval fantasy stuff, so this kind of like possessed sword, and especially being a ghost type, which, you know, I'm a big fan of ghost types. Just means that kind of works. Aegislash really aided me in the Elite Four as well during Pokemon X. Is Retaliate, which is obviously the method which obviously if your previous Pokemon faints, Retaliate gets like double the amount of damage, plus the combination of his King's Shield.
How is Pokemon, I don't even know, how's Pokemon nostalgic to you? What's a memory of Pokemon, a nostalgic memory of Pokemon for you?
I think the main thing with Pokemon has always been, when I was growing up, obviously, aside from watching the anime, I was collecting the little Tazos. I don't know if England had those.
You're getting like the walkers?
Yeah, in like the walkers, where it was laced in Poland, but you'd get the little Tazos and we'd be collecting those. So that was always, I never had a Pokemon game until I got Pokemon, was it Stadium? Pokemon Arena, was it, for Nintendo Wii?
Oh, Battle Revolutions,
that's it. That was my first like Pokemon game, even though it's not like a proper Pokemon game. That I remember was one of the first games I played, and it had those licenses on there.
Oh yeah, you could only use the rented Pokemon.
Rented Pokemon, yeah, and the one I always used was the Lone of Luxio. And then that kind of pushed prior to then me getting Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and starting off from there.
It's always good to see my mates. Nowadays, we all have our own lives, obviously, and families to look after. So we don't meet as often as we did back in university. So when we can meet, even if it's only for a few hours, it's always a good laugh. We've got the third one of the American Dews to try, which is lemonade and peach. So I'm going to subject Camille to it. What's it called? Freedom what?
Freedom Fusion. I don't know what's so Freedom Fusion about it. Lemonade and peach.
All the calories, mate. it just smells like cloudy lemonade, really.
That'd be alright then.
It's alright, it just tastes like cloudy lemonade with like a bit of something else.
Tastes like freedom.
What would you give it out of 10? I'd give it like a 6. Maybe a 5.5.
It's nothing impressive, so yeah, I don't know. I can give it a 7. I'd enjoy it, but I definitely would not drink it, because looking at these from here and the back, I'm due diabetes with at least one of these cans.
After leaving the beautiful city, I returned home to begin the quest. Hello, I am back from Bradford after getting the Aegislash sword from Camille. And now, I'm just going to make loads and loads of eggs until I have no more boxes left to fill. That's the goal. I don't know if I'll go day by day filming. I'll probably just film little bits every day and then mash it into one big edit of the week unless something like significant happens. So let's just get on with this, and I'll be back to filming like day by day stuff when we have filled all our boxes. Thumbs up. As I mentioned in the previous clip, I didn't feel much throughout creating all these eggs, but from the 1st September to the 8th, I collected as many eggs as I possibly could. So here's a little montage of that week. Before I knew it, I had filled every box possible with yummy sword eggs. Hello, it's currently the 9th of September. It's currently been just over a week since we collected the Aegislash from Camille, and in that time I have amassed 29 boxes of eggs. I filled as many are available to me at the current point in the game. Didn't fill the first box. This egg here is a Torkoal that was left over. I just wanted a round number, which in total is 870 eggs, which is above odds, so hopefully it gives us a good chance. We did accidentally hatch one, as you might have seen in the video, so we have got one counted already. We're not going to the place where we're hatching them until Wednesday, so we've got a 1 day to wait, but that shouldn't be too hard of a wait after how long it's spent me to hatch all of these. It hasn't been too bad, to be fair. I've only been hunting them like on and off slowly. That's why it's kind of taken so long. But yeah, everything is ready and prepped. Let's just hope that we let's just hope that we hatch a shiny while we are in the place we're going. Otherwise, it will have all been for nothing.
Daddy?
Hello, it's the 10th of September. We're not going out today, but I've received some more stuff from Zen Market, so I'm going to give it a quick little open because it's all Pokemon related, basically. We've got these two first, which came in my brother's package that I got alongside with him just because it worked out cheaper. I got a copy of Japanese Alpha Sapphire, just because I wanted Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and this in English in the UK costs about £40, and this was like £8, and it still plays in English, so I wasn't too bothered. This is a Pokemon Sword and Shield art book, which I believe you got for pre-ordering Pokemon Sword and Shield in Japan through the Pokemon Center. I have a couple of these art books. I have one for Sun and Moon, one for Brilliant Diamond, and one for Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. So about Zen Market, I am affiliated with them on an Instagram account I run, but I'm not going to leave that affiliate link in the description on this channel because it just doesn't feel right. But if you are interested in using them, I do highly recommend them. I use them all the time. I used them before I got affiliated with them. They are a really, really good proxy service, especially for the UK. I have used other proxy services in the past shipping to the UK, and while the items themselves have been cheap, they have always ripped me off on the shipping. Whereas Zen Market, it's like, I think the most I've ever paid for shipping is like £15, which is quite reasonable. Arigato! Cheers, mate. Oh yeah, and you can make like a little origami, man. So this is obviously a boxed emerald. This box is immaculate. And this has the game and the little wireless adapter. This was about £40, and in this condition, in English, in the UK, boxed, it's nearly 300. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I got this, I specifically got the Japanese version because there is a little blue fellow that I'm thinking of hunting at one point. And then I also got this guidebook. I can't read it, but I have the Ruby and Sapphire one that we got while we were actually in Japan last year. It was literally like £1, so I was like, why not? So yeah, obviously everything I bought isn't necessarily relevant to the current hunt, but pretty much everything I bought is going to be used for future content. That's just a case, that's just a stand, I believe. And then this is the actual product. So I bought this for a specific reason. I do already own a Switch. I actually own a Switch OLED. But I bought this for a specific reason, but you are going to have to wait and see what that is for. But yeah, this is fully boxed. This was about £80, I think, without shipping. And in the UK, it's about like 250 plus. And it plays in English, it plays English games, it's region free. But yeah, that's all the stuff I bought. Ooh. So I've never actually held a Switch Lite. I didn't realise they were this small. It feels so tiny. Holding the 3DS XL feels bigger than this. And I thought it was weird. Usually when I go from like playing my Steam Deck to playing my Switch OLED, it feels like the Switch OLED is small. Just for a bit of fun, I'm gonna boot up this Emerald and see if it has a save file. It's fine. Oh, there is a save. 57 hours. Oh, he's got a shiny Medicham. Hello, it's the 11th of September, and today is the day we are going to be hatching all of these eggs. In the hopes of getting a shiny, we're going to be heading to York, of all places, and I'll be explaining why when we get there. But yeah, let's set off. Let's get going, lads. The journey to York was perilous. We were drenched before we even got to the bus, and then of course the rain stopped when we got off. After a nice scenic train journey, we arrived in the former English capital, York. We have made it to York, if this camera wants to focus, so we can finally start hatching these eggs. The reason we've come to York is because York actually used to be the capital of England a very long time ago, and obviously there's a lot of like medieval stuff related to it. And Honedge is a sword. It's like swords and kings and castles and knights, and that's literally the reason. Is I thought, like, theming wise it might be kind of interesting. York is a really beautiful city, and it wears its history on its sleeve, specifically in its architecture. There's nowhere else quite like it in the UK, at least I can't think of anywhere. After shopping around for some games and other bits and bobs, we grabbed a bite to eat, proceeding to continue to hunt. I was finding it very hard to find time to hatch eggs, funnily enough. I was actually very worried about not being able to hatch as many as I wanted while we were in York. We were there until about 6 PM, and by 2 PM I'd only hatched around one box. It's like a really historic street that inspired scenes in Harry Potter, and then right at the bottom. However, it seemed that ancient British gods had blessed us this day. We'd parked ourselves in some castle ruins to try and get as many boxes hatched as possible with a nice scenic background. But then a storm began to roll in. And to quote the American we saw, running like he was running for his life away from these moderately dark clouds, "The sky's about to open up!" So we retreated into a Costa Coffee, where I actually managed to capture my live reaction to this shiny.
Right, this one's got perfect effect. Yeah, that one has perfect tank and age really.
You sit down, you ride on the seat. I did.
That one's got perfect coffee and that one's got perfect.
So let's turn the basket and the sky. We're not just
You get it?
Shiny Honedge, mate. Wait, it's 64. That's a tenth of the odds. Mate. See?
And very wide.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh my days, man. Holy damn. Live shiny Honedge in the Costa.
Costa Coffee, it's busy.
And that was 64 eggs on Masuda method. What? I don't know how to react.
Someone's stuck in the toilet.
I know someone's stuck in the toilet. We're on the phone now. 64 eggs. I do have a name for this. Camille did give me a name. That was the name Camille chose. Oh, that means we would have got it by the castle thing as well. Oh, for God's sake.
To take shelter from the sky opening.
Yeah, 64 eggs. This is ridiculously good luck. And I'm so happy I managed to get it live. I was actually filming to create a sort of time lapse until the weather stopped and then we could go back to the castle, which is what we then proceeded to do. Right, nature guess what you're guessing, Adam.
Serious.
Serious, I'm gonna guess mild. Oh mate, adamant. Is that good?
Yes, very.
What does adamant do?
Hit plus attack minus special attack.
Oh mate, so that's not the best I could have got. Very nice. As the time ticked on, we headed to a Weatherspoons to come full circle on this shiny hunt and to chill out before heading home.
That's not Mountain Dew.
York is always a city I enjoy visiting when I get the chance to. If you ever visit the UK, come to York. Don't go to London. It's horrible. Hello, it's currently the 12th of September, the next day. I've been slowly making my way through the story and doing some leveling with Honedge. I did think about hatching the rest of the eggs, but then I also thought, is it really worth the time to check if there's going to be another shiny when my odds are already so good? I kind of feel like there isn't going to be another one. I'll probably just shove them on Pokemon Bank and they'll sit there. But yeah, just making our way up at Mount Pyre and then making our way through all the story shenanigans we have to get through and then on to the next gym. So yeah. Red sword, he's made of red. This day was mainly just smashing through a lot of story stuff, as well as helping Adam with some organising. After a while, I took a break in the story for an energy boost. There's another one. This one's called Frostbite. Naturally and artificially flavoured dew. No flavours listed, specific flavours, so we're just gonna go for it, I guess. Just kind of smells like Baja Blast a little bit. Let's see if anyone's said what the flavour is. Cool melon. Maybe a little bit. People have said melon or a honeydew or cantaloupe. I don't know, there's nothing, it doesn't really stand out that much. I don't know, I would need them all in like a line to try them all really, but yeah, it's all right. It's probably like a 5 again. It's not as good as the Japanese melon soda, where like literally nothing else in existence tastes like it. I eventually evolved Honedge into Double Blade, Blue Blade, however that's pronounced. But after doing some research, getting a Dusk Stone in Omega Ruby was a bit tedious, but obviously I found a workaround. Evolve him into Aegislash, but it's quite hard to get a Dusk Stone in Omega Ruby this early into the game, so I'm trading one over from my copy of Pokemon Y. After evolving Double Blade into Aegislash, which I think is now one of my favourite shinies, it was time to absolutely wreck this gym. Hang on. You can't just end it like that. The next part of the badge quest is literally the final part. Are you just going to end it like that? No, I don't think so. I'm actually going to tell you what the final shine is going to be. It's going to be this guy. Now, some of you may be asking, isn't Primal Groudon shiny locked? Yes he is. Which is why we're going to be doing it a bit of a different way. We're going to be catching him in this. While, yes, there are mods and hacks out there that allow you to remove the shiny lock, but that would make the Primal Groudon illegal and not transferable through Pokemon Bank. Which is why the plan is to catch a shiny Groudon in Original Ruby and transfer it upwards into Omega Ruby. Another twist as well, this hunt is going to be 100% streamed. Every second I spend hunting this Groudon is going to be streamed. From the 24th of September, every Tuesday and Wednesday from 2 PM BST, I will be streaming the hunt for this Groudon. So yeah, I hope to see you there. The quest is nearly done, but this last one could be a very long one, possibly the longest of them all. Thanks for watching, lads. Ta-da!